Well, for decades, the United States was heavily dependent on imported oil, particularly from the Gulf. The 1973 OPEC oil embargo exposed that very vulnerability and shaped American energy policy for years. But a shale revolution that began in early 2010s transformed the picture. Advances in drilling technology unlocked vast oil and gas reserves, turning the U.S. into the world's largest oil producer and eventually a net petroleum exporter in 2020. Now, in a historic shift, America has officially become the world's largest oil exporter, also marking one of the biggest reversals in modern energy history. The latest numbers highlight the scale of America's rise. According to ship tracking data, U.S. crude and fuel exports reached about 10.5 million barrels per day in May this year, which also made it the world's top oil exporter for a third consecutive month. The shift has been accelerated by global supply disruptions. U.S. oil-Iran conflict has affected Gulf energy flows, while sanctions on Russia and Ukrainian drone attacks have constrained Russian exports. United States now supplies significant volumes of crude oil and refined products to Europe and Asia, regions seeking alternatives to Russian and Gulf energy. The development could also challenge the traditional pricing power of OPEC and its allies, which have long shaped global oil markets. While many countries initially welcomed U.S. energy exports as a source of supply security, concerns are growing about over-dependence on American energy, especially when Trump has been advocating for more protectionist policies. In that very context, U.S. may lose on its growing exports once things normalize, and that is precisely because crude supplies from the Gulf are more accessible and affordable, especially for Asian buyers. However, for now, oil trade is a fresh arsenal in Trump's leverage playbook.